also no Scotty Barnes, which is surprising. He's out 4 to 6 weeks with a hand fracture. So that means RJ Barrett's in the starting lineup now for the next 4 to 6 weeks before Scotty Barnes gets back on the court. That's crazy though, because he wasn't even injured last game, so it must have just happened like off the court, maybe in like during our practices or something before this game starts, or before this game starts, because how else would he if he got injured if he was fully healthy, last game against the Wizards? Like, it's weird.
Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you
He must have done it in practice.
We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, and a reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. If you look at the Raptors, they're in second.
We're off to a really good start this season. We're only behind Cleveland for that #1 seed.
For the Raptors, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, coming into the year, they were certainly one of the favorites, if not the favorite, and they have not disappointed.
So the next starting five. Guard spots filled by Devin and Thomas. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Wolf at the 4-man position. And for the Raptors, they've got Jakob Poeltl. Barrett is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Emmanuel Quickley. And it's MP in at the 2 spot. So we have the first leg of the NBA season right now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but needs have started here to balance out.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Pass to Barrett.
Barrett.
That's trying to shoot.
Let's go.
Just goes to Anthony.
Barrett's off to a good start in his first game as a starter this season.
Here's Wolf. Now, here's Thomas. Here's Deming. For 3. And the foul.
Oh, you can't be serious. What? Bro.
Play and got there first.
Serious? He literally just blocked my path and go into the red.
Using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
MP outside. He's Ingram on the wing. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Here's Deming. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Wolf. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Thomas, no luck. Here's Toronto now. And here's Barrett. MP kicks to Ingram. Gets the 3-quarter defense. Ingram's got caught.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
To Claxton. And here's Porter. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Quickly the bounce pass. Raptors moving the ball around.
Go on, man, quickly, your time.
This one for 3. Rebound Brooklyn. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, on the road, their defense was just overrun.
Go on, man, quickly.
It cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen. expected in this one.
It's the Nets now after the Raptors pick up 2. Here's Deming. 20 points for him last game against Boston.
And also, he was very disruptive defensively. 4 steals in the night.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Raptors leading by 5. I'm joined now by our producer. Do we have you guys okay with you? We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Nets.
Oh, yeah, it's one minute. Well, +7 to start.
Complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. He now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can beat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much.
Let's take a look now at the numbers for MP. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense
One Brandon Ingram, yeah, let's go. The execution's really on point with me and Brandon Ingram in
And
this
one
one.
thing about this league we know,
Yeah, Scotty Barnes on the floor.
change in an instant.
Now here's Porter. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Here's Thomas. Up and in on the layup.
And it's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shred.
Quickly the pass to MP.
RJ,
From deep.
and then quickly,
Quickly's got his second basket of the night.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around. He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
Hurdle kicks to MP. That's the 3-5. And it's quickly missing. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Wizards.
Yeah, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this.
Here's MP. Michael Porter making his last shot. Here's Barrett. Out to Ingram. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Ingram's got 12 points in the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
To Claxton. Here is Porter. Banked in off the glass. He's got 9. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. 6-point lead. Now here's Barrett. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And a wide open look for Porter. That's good. That's Thomas picking up the assist.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Outside, Barrett. Pass to Ingram. Launches a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He created the opening. He got the angle. A cushion. You have to take that shot.
Toronto's gone 4 of 8 out of the three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter, there with the bounce pass. And here's Quickly for three. Here he's it from three-point range. Quickly's got a couple of threes now in the first for Toronto. Oh, Porter in position and finished off by Porter.
We are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Now here's Ingram. 23 points for him the last game against Washington. Barrett, wide open, he fires. No good on the three. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Thomas. Again, the Nets for two.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Now, here's Embiid. A 23-point game for him in the win against Washington. A three-pointer is right on target. Ingram's got 15 points.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Thomas outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Embiid right side. It's Brooklyn that time. On the assist by Embiid. And now a 4-point Toronto lead. Here's Demon. Wolf. Carries the long-range jumper. Wolf got his second bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice structure.
Quickly the pass to Embiid. Aaron for three. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And this is who Barrett is, a competitor, someone who looks to get revenge whenever he can.
To the paint. Here's Porter for Barrett. And that one's good by Porter. He's got 16.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Barrett kicks to Embiid. A three from Quickly. That shot was in. Brooklyn with the ball. Trailing by 2. Here's Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
The athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
So we get them both. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through that season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Porter with the steal. Johnson outside. Good. And a nice assist from Porter.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Here's Dick. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 1:14 left to play in the first. Plenty of daylight action. Kids got it all taken up now for Toronto.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
On the wing, Porter. Pass to Timmy. Here's Man. Covered by MP. A three. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. And the Nets lead by 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Mobo. Toronto working the ball around now. Shaq, that's good. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter of who can catch that momentum.
From 11 feet away, it's hauled in by the Raptors. MB passes to Dick.
Well, I'm going to take a final shot.
MB deciding where to go with it. Shoots the three. Drills the three-pointer.
Got it with 0.5 left. My first quarter to go.
No shortage of offense.
First quarter.
Raptors for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from Toronto?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
And Brooklyn looking to make it. We got Terrence Mann. Listen out there with Zion Williams. Then it's Johnson. And it's Clowney. It's Johnson outside. There's the triple. Wow. And this close to a 4-point play. Right to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
First one falls for. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, when I fell in love with it, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Yeah, that's good.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
Pass to Clowney. Now here's Williams. Takes a three. Comes off. He starts the game with a miss. Inside. Bobo gets the basket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Down low. Here's Mann. Foul, but he gets the bucket anyway. So a 3-point play chance for him.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Ingram, he's checked in for Toronto. Free throw off from Mann. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasured trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Pass to Dick. And here is Ingram. A three. Rebound by Johnson. That's 3 above 7. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's Manu Kenishvili with the rebound. Here's Shed. It's Dick on the wing. Ingram left side. Pocket 6 from the arc. Count that as his second field goal. Now he's shooting 78%.
He's gotten a little bit lax here.
Oh, we're at the 10-point lead.
So, Jordy Fernandez decides to call
And
timeout.
it's 1
He's
out.
going to take this chance to talk to his guy. See the stat sheet here for Cameron Thomas.
And guys, for a measure measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Here's Deming. 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
They've only got a slight edge on the board, but if they just feel a lot bigger. How many times have we seen a possession take that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a quick pass.
Pass to Williams. To the middle. Here's Wolf. Boom. He jams it straight down.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Quickly, kicks to MP. Ingram outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Porter finds man. It takes a fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Acted quickly. And again, Toronto no up.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Deming. On the way, Porter. He gets that one. Now just a 4-point Raptor lead.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Ingram outside. Acted quickly. Ingram deciding where to go with it. To stop the crouch. Rebounded by the Nets.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
And it's Deming missing. He's in by 4. Acted quickly. Stolen away. It's Williams, high post. Still scoreless. Here's Wolf. Outside Williams. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
Another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Barrett gets to Ingram. MP outside. Pass to Barrett. And here's MP for 3. Rebound by Williams. Nets trail by 4. Porter at the elbow. The 8-footer. And it's good off the glass. Porter's got 24 points.
Man, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter. He's got 2 more here in the second.
You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes from the layup package, or he can pound it on your head.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
On the wing, Porter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's MP. Fouled on the shot. That's the point. So one free throw coming in.
And how about this youngster, MP? The concentration to get that bucket even for the contact.
Some changes for Toronto. Elbows checked in, and it's Walter in for R.J. Barrett. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for man. To the inside. Here's Thomas. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
And so quickly will bring it up for Toronto. They held a 12-point lead early. That's to Walter. Now, quickly. Good as NBA picking up the assist. Quickly's got 11 points.
Great ball movement there.
Here's Demon. Outside Thomas. And the foul called on MP.
Yeah, that's my third foul already.
And that is his third foul of the half. Now they've got to make a tough decision.
And the Raptors making a change here. Albaji's checked in. For the three. Toronto grabs the miss.
Another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you get, yeah, right. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Well, you made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Pass to Porter. Here's Wolf. Here's Bennett. And the Nets miss again.
Sure, why he keeps trying to go for 8 years. It's just not his night.
Here's Shed. 9 points in the game so far. Lobo can't hit. Outside Porter. And the shot goes down. Porter's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, I love the job they're doing here, getting into the teeth of that defense.
Robaji. Now, here's a key. Left of the wing. Fires the three. Off the mark. Only his second miss in 7 attempts. It's Thomas outside. Walter pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the deep coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue this.
To Shed. MP outside. Inside. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. Brady Diggs.
Lead by 12 at half time.
At the end of the quarter, they've kept the tempo quick, and the defense on its heels. And it's kept them up big. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Brooklyn Nets.
They've been shot out of the gym. Even when they do extend their defense, it doesn't matter. I don't know what the remedy is.
I got 3 words for you. Elbow sandwich.
And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
My main man, MP, making a statement, putting the league on notice. He's a problem.
Yeah, as good as he is already, he's just getting started. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided lopsided first half. We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
So what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
They got Ingram. Emmanuel quickly out there with MP. Then it's Barrett, and it's Squirtle in its center, walking down the middle. Severe starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
And this is what Ingram can do for you. Make a variety of shots over the course of the game. Tonight, he has been unstoppable.
Pass to Wolf. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Tom.
That's as good as it gets.
Woo! Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how brilliant throwing.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Thomas against MP. The kick out to Porter. They get it back.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
Pass to Porter. Thomas dishes to Porter. Here's Wolf. He's covered by Ingram. Here's Demon. It's the three-point bomb. Demon's got 6.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Barrett picks to Ingram. And the Raptors hit it in from deep.
You can't play much better than this. That's 4 straight to start the half.
To Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And the dunk by Curry.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision. Plays with a great vision and very unselfish.
And here's Porter. Outside Thomas. Is thrown by Barrett. Here's Ingram. And he banks him away. 34 points for Brandon Ingram.
Wow, it's got 34 in the game already. That's crazy.
Everything they've looked at thus far.
Here's Demon. He's got 6. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 28 points in the game.
They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
Pass to Barrett. Middle with his screen on Porter. Aaron for 3. Trades it from beyond the arc. 11 points in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Claxton the pass to Thomas. Here's Demon. Pass to Wolf. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Porter.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Quickly the pass to MP. Barrett kicks to Ingram. Here's MP. Launches it. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8. That's trailed by 17. It's Porter outside. And that's another 3.
Well, his production is not in question now. If he can just get his teammates involved.
Takes it inside. And here's Ingram from the arc.
Wow, Brandon Ingram's been on fire in this one.
Ingram's got 13 points. And just
37 points in the game. That's crazy.
Here's Demon. He's got 6. Pass to Wolf. To the paint. He's looking for Claxton and finds him.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And Barrett now top of the key. Ingram right side.
Yeah.
Back to quickly. A three from MP. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Claxton. And it's quickly in the corner. Off target from outside. Nets trail by 15. Outside Porter. Pass to Wolf. Here's Dennis. Jacks up a three. Wolf, no good. Toronto's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Barrett against Porter. Thomas, so open look. Since the three-pointer. Thomas got 11 points.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
It's Barrett on the wing. And he carries it back. The three-pointer offline. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. And Claxton throws it down.
So he's had it rolling all night. He just hasn't had enough support to give them the lead.
Outside Barrett. Quickly setting the pick for Barrett. From outside off the mark. Next trail by 10. It's to Demon. Small movement by Brooklyn. Here's Wolf. Here's Demon. He has 6. Thomas, no good. MP against Thomas. MP, good. He's got 15.
Finishing through contact is required in the NBA. MP knows he can't let guys stop him.
It's to Demon. Winners screen out quickly. And he trips the lead to single digits.
Play down 9,
here in this quarter.
timeout.
You can't just stop
We call it
when there's a
timeout.
pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Timeout called by Darko Rajovic. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
We're up by 11 with 11 minutes left in the
Rajovic.
fourth.
And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with this team. And Brooklyn, look at who they've got. You've got Williams. Terrence Mann is out there with Johnson. Then it's Porter. And it's Clowney in at the 5. Home in the paint. Williams shot is off. Raptors leading by 11. Now, quickly. Ingram outside. A 3 off the mark. Down low. Here's Porter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He goes on Brandon Ingram.
What smart play by Porter Jr. Losing that shot fake. He can tell he's from a basketball team.
Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. You think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin. I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky will.
The shot's good from quickly.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially now this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
And I like the back and forth
look here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
In the corner, it's MP. Here's the three. Rebounded by the Nets. Porter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Pastor Williams. Johnson the screen. A free ball. His shot by Williams, no good. He's leading by 10. To the middle. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in.
An all-star in this league. I think Ingram still flies a bit under the radar, but with Brandon could be a number one option. No doubt.
And there's the call. It's leading into the screen.
Beyond the lead, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the stringer's feet are set. And Barrett gets it to go. If you give R.J. Barrett that kind of space, he's going to take the three every time.
Johnson finds Porter. The kick out to Williams. It's up a three. Good. And a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, their inside-outside game, very effective. That was a great pass.
Good ball mover here on the left. Outside, Barrett. Pass to Ingram. A three. Rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. It's a 13-point game. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Takes the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ingram outside. Back to MP. Misses the three.
It's just not his night from the three. But this is exactly why you can't live or die by that shot. Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Raptors leading by 11. Pass to quickly. Back to Ingram. And the little fall. Ingram's got 42 in the game.
And he has led the attack for them the entire game. And now he's trying to get them to the finish line.
Now Claxton, defended by Porter. Porter passes to Mann. Just 5 on the clock. Chipped away. And stolen by MP. On the wing quickly. Back to MP. For 3, Ingram. Rebounded by the Nets. Inside. Porter, no luck. Raptors are gone. 4-10 here in the final period. Not the time to go quick.
And Barrett gets it to go. That's 5 threes for him tonight and his 3rd of the half.
And Jordy
Nice ball time out. By
He's
16.
building on the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Here's Wolf. It's Thomas on the wing. Covered by MP. And it's out of bounds. It's touched by Thomas.
Those are the type of turnovers that kill you. Just an unforced error.
Quickly the pass to MP. Now here's Barrett. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Denon. Quickly covering. It's Thomas onside. He's in by 19. The climb by MP. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
What a burst from MP. Those young, fresh legs allowing him to get through just that little bit of contact.
It's to Denon. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, what the hell?
Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Here's Toronto now. They're on a 16-7 run. Barrett dishes to Ingram. Six to shoot. Back to MP. And it's off from three-point range. That's trailed by 19. Pass to Wolf. Nice ball mover by Brooklyn. Here's Claxton. Pass down low. And P's there.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And here is Quickly. Pass to Ingram. MP outside. Required. Wolf grabs the miss. Wolf has 7 down to the game with that last one. Thomas goes in. Here's Denon. And the foul called on MP. That's his 5th foul.
And he's got to be careful now. One more foul and his night is over.
Here's Claxton. Pass to Denon. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Porter. It's Thomas on the wing. And he's good on the free ball.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
And here is Ingram on the wing. MP. Outside Barrett. Back to MP. Pass to Quickly. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Quickly's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see a competitor.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside Barrett. Back to Ingram. On the wing, MP. After Quickly. 3-pointers off the mark. That's trailed by 19. To the inside. He cams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, great. He can get up a few notches higher. Quickly. Missed on the 3.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss when he comes down to us.
That one is good.
Pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
MP outside. From outside. Green from outside.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers
long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep and he'd get a good shot.
Oh, we called
at the
timeout.
basket,
We're going to win this
hesitate,
game.
and that
We're up
aggression
16.
paid off.
And this will be a big win for
With
them.
one-
Lucky win number
With
13 now in
9
the bag.
seconds.
Dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for MP.
Well, he did a great job involving everyone in the offense, setting guys up for scores, and the assist total shows it.
And they'll do it. We win by 19.
So Toronto takes this one by a big margin.